All right. Good evening, my people. How are you? Hopefully, you had a great evening. And if it's not, hopefully, it gets better. Hey, I am Tony Kimball. I want to share quickly a couple of thoughts um, before we start this week out. All right. So, if you jump on, man, say what's up. Let me know where you are chiming in from. All right. So, what I want to do is share kind of transform one, right? You're like, man, here's another business this guy's tried out, right? So no, for real. So Transform One has been in my heart for a minute, right? So it didn't just start just this year. Actually, in the years of 2004, 2007, man, it was just heavy on my heart to provide services to children in the Asheville area. So it started there, man, and definitely shout out to the late great Dr. Annette Hartman because that's where I started it at in Asheville, North Carolina, in a church named the River of Life. And I was given the opportunity to work with a group of children there at the church, and it was this small room. I think it was two computers that was in there, and it turned into just working with several different um, children. And definitely shout out to Elder Wynn. She was there locked in arms with me as well as I began to move forward with it. My wife was there as well. And the great thing about it was I had a small partnership with the local university, the University of North Carolina at Asheville. I had some teachers, pre-service teachers that came in and helped as well. So man, that was dynamic. And it's, 2 decades later, now I'm at this point where, you've seen the ad, you've seen the flyer, you've seen the post. And this whole idea, at first, it wasn't Transform One. It was some other name. I got the paper somewhere. But I want to get on and kind of briefly just kind of talk about it and its purpose and what's behind it and why and all that good stuff. So you kind of know what's going on. So, over the years in education, man, it's been what, 20 22 22 years in education. Understand the power of small group instruction and also that children can do math. Okay. They can do math. Yes, they can. And one of the ways that we jump over this hurdle that many students are having trouble with is that foundations. When you look at a student that's coming from a grade to another, maybe they got there, but the foundation is missing. And the investment of time is sometimes it's not there during the school day or school year. Because if you just focus just on skills, you'll kind of miss the objective of getting them prepared for the next grade. Well, it happens, but math is sequential. That means you got a step, you got another step, you got another step, another step. And sometimes what happens is there's a breach in the foundation. When there's a breach in the foundation, what ends up happening in this, because math is sequential, as they move forward, they eventually kind of fall into this struggle place. And, that's okay. But what I believe is providing a small group instruction and help them build those skills, help them to move forward. Because what's happening, whether you know it or not, testing, big testing, all that stuff is not why I'm on here. But on the back end, what's happening for children is that when they get to their 11th and 12th grade year, uh, they have the ACT. I'm hoping that they take it earlier. So they have to know these skills, although it's still the big test, right? But once they know these skills, they can move to the test in a much rapid, faster pace. So, of course, there's strategies, not my goal of being on right now, but my goal with foundations, my wife and I were servicing uh, children from the grades 4 to 8. And we want to make sure that they're ready moving into the next school year. Okay. So, all that means is that, for instance, my son, he's finished 7th grade, he's going to 8th grade next year. Want to make sure that he and others that sign up have the foundational skills that's needed in order for them to be successful. Because here's what happens. Let me let you in the room with the teachers. Teachers sometimes have to start from a behind the eight ball approach, meaning that maybe there's a topic that was not covered well in 7th grade. And then they get to the 8th grade and they're having to reteach all that information. So, man, listen, we want to put your child in a better position to where they go into the classroom ready to go and move forward. Because here's the thing, a child with a strong mathematical foundation is a child that will be confident in what they're doing. And when you have a confident child in a math class, man, I'm telling you, that child is on a track to do something dynamic. Now, if you had the opportunity or if you haven't had the opportunity, we have the information laid out for you on our website. And that website is going to be transform-one.com. And what we have is the Foundations Camp. This Foundations Camp, let me tell you the purpose, is just to help students, um, help them strengthen their core skills. Okay, their core skills. Okay, I'm not going and laying out this vast lesson that it's going to be a high quality lesson, but our goal is to make sure that that student has that core skill. We're going to correct misconceptions. Okay, when a child has a misconception, they go along thinking something that's wrong and applying it. And it's like that's a whole other conversation, but also more importantly, boost their confidence before the next school year. Telling you, man, I watch children not just in my hometown. I watch children across Mississippi become confident in math. And when they're confident in math, man, I'm telling you, they take it on. And what's a test to them? Now, again, they may not go to college and do all that, whatever, it don't matter, but you're building their confidence. A confident student is a successful student. And all these things play into part. If they're confident, listen, that child is focused because they want to be the best person that they could possibly be. Doesn't sound like it, but they do. And when they are in that position, man, distractions go down, discipline problems go down. All of that stuff starts to go down. Okay, when that child is confident in who they are. So, how do you access this information? Again, that is transform-one.com. And you're going to see the actual tab that says foundations, and you can sign your child up. If you got questions from me, just let me know. Hit me on the inbox or even hit me on this video because it'll be up for a minute. And if you got any questions, just kind of let me know. But we want to make sure that your child is ready for the upcoming school year, okay? So that they can knock that out. Hey, if you got any questions, again, like I said, man, drop them out. Drop them in a comment or hit the DM, and I'll be glad to answer those. Thank you for stopping by. You have a great one. Look forward to hearing more from you. I am out. Peace.